What's up, Fantasy Champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you in the hot seat, it's times two. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hook up just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe and that like button too. I heard they want the news. Bitch, I'm a ball, bitch, I'm a ball. Don't get no ball, don't get no ball. What's in my cup? What's in my cup? All of that punch, nigga, that punch. Bitch, I'm a ball, ballin' like Kobe. Ho, keep it moving, cause you do not know me. Bitch, I'm a ball, ballin' like Kobe. Ho, keep it moving, cause you do not know me. Bitch, I'm a ball, can't talk in Milwaukee. Tell my dog sick of me, ain't do no barking. Pass me some greens, you know I'ma spark it. Mama got ass, told her to arch it. Pull up at the spot, hop out and don't park it. Bino say, always keep one in the cartridge. With Joey up pepper, so we going toxic. Came from the swamp to visit the tropics. Check out the scenery. Fell over to the backwoods right by the lake.
You know, 16 episodes in, and it's a beautiful night on a Friday night as the birds are chirping, the Bears are rebuilding, and you have Ben Simmons getting his revenge. But other than
that wasn't really his, but what
other than that, it is Friday. You guys know what time it is. It is the Ruthless Attitude Podcast, episode 16. Oh, I can't wait till we get to episode 20. That might have to be a 3-hour show. I'm down for that. I'm down for like anything in the zeros has to be at least a 3 or 4 hour show. Sorry, depending on the situation. But as always, I am the host. That's very uncolored coordinated right now. I don't have my Bears hat on, but I do have my Bears hoodie on, and I do have my Bulls hat. The best of the best, and still your reigning, defending Pick'em Wrestling League champion, even though at
I'm the tag team champion.
Even though at Revolution it ended in a draw, and hey, we could have had a new champion if Eric would have low-key picked, Adam Cole to win. He picked Adam Cole, and Adam Cole didn't win, and Eric would have been the new champion. But I am still the champion of the picks and predictions, even though it ended in a draw. Mitch says that we have to share the belt, even though
I'm the tag team champion.
He didn't pin me, he didn't submit me, and he didn't overpick me. So I'm still the champion.
I'm the tag team champion. I'm pulling a hell no.
Well, I am pulling I'm still the damn champion. Anyway, what is up? And I'm also as host, Mr. Mitch. I can never pronounce his name, so I'm going to call him what I normally call him, Money Mitch or Mitch Kofsky.
It's Kofsky.
Kofsky.
And I pulled my hamstring today.
You pulled your hamstring?
Yeah.
You know what, bruh? Oh my God.
It hurt.
I know it hurts. God. I interfered and smacked Mitch, so disqualification. You're still the champ. There you go.
Hey, no No DQ. Sorry.
But what is up, John L. Jackson? What is up, Juice? What is up, BLSG? What is up, John L? What is up, Max? What is up? What is up, everybody? Marv. Oh my God. Why do you call this man Marv? All he needs is a skull cap, and he's basically, he does look a little bit like Marv. But anyway, SmackDown is on.
Jewish? I gotta ask, is he Jewish?
I think Daniel Stern is Jewish.
Oh.
I will say this, though. Mitch, how did you pull your hamstring? Where's our guest? Our guest will be at the 9 o'clock hour, and Dub will be here shortly. I just gave Dub the notey, so he will be live later on. We got Cowboy Brock Lesnar on Friday Night SmackDown. We got a lot to talk about. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be at WrestleMania, which is no shock. We also going to review a little bit of AEW Revolution. And we got our guest as well. And we can't wait to tell you who's going to be the guest for next week's show. I think a lot of you guys are going to be very, very, very excited.
For next week, yep.
Yeah, next week you're really going to be freaking excited. You guys are going to pretty like lose your freaking minds. Who pulled their hamstring? Mitch pulled his hamstring. I think he pulled his hamstring yelling at his Sixers because they fumbled the bat. Mitch, have you learned your lesson about being humble?
I kind of knew they were going to get smacked. I mean, you're going up against KD and Kyrie.
It's not even that. It's the fact how you guys just tortured Ben Simmons all of his day there. GTS Grim. No, we're not getting Grim. But you will see. I swear if it's Grim or Chinless Boy, I swear. Oh my God. You know what, Juice? I swear if you be disrespectful to our guest, I will put you in timeout or block you. You know I will. Behave. Anyway, Brandon Ingram hurt and CJ's on protocol. But anyway, let's talk about. Actually, I want to talk about the first subject here. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Oh boy, Monday Night Raw. What is this about Monday Night Raw? What is this about Raw? Let's talk about the triple threat tag team match for the Raw tag team titles. I don't want to. I can't even tell you I'm your best individual. Well, then prove that you're my best individual. Let me say this. That triple threat match, say what you will about Monday Night Raw, but that triple threat for the Raw tag team titles was actually freaking magic. And it probably gave us one of the best RKOs. I think this one might be better than the one from when he RKO'd Evan Bourne in midair. I don't know if Mitch saw the spot.
I did.
But
thank
you did.
TikTok, I saw it.
Oh my God, Gable took a beating in this match.
Bravo to Gable, man.
That freaking moonsault into an RKO was freaking amazing. That was freaking amazing. And now, I feel like the reason I didn't give it to Steph rather than KO because we're getting Seth Rollins versus Cody. Why is people saying Cody's going to be there? I don't want Cody in the WWE. And the fact that Brock Lesnar is running after Paul Heyman makes me laugh. It's like watching it's like so yeah, I'm also watching SmackDown. I love the fact and Paul Heyman left. Paul Heyman's in his car. Brock Lesnar. Jesus Christ. Brock Lesnar was just ramming people. Oh my God. He says something, then says bye. But other than that, yeah. Speaking of it, in this corner, weighing in a weight unknown, the man in the middle from the swamp. Actually, he's not from the swamp. He's actually from Indianapolis, but you can actually tell Indianapolis is a swamp. My friend, my brother, from another mother, my boss. No, not Spotlight. My new boss, Dub. How are you feeling, my friend?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Wait.
Also, side note, I'm from Mississippi.
But wait, you got promoted?
Actually, he's a team lead. He's technically is my boss in a way. He kind of is.
Okay.
Take that as you will. But
my monitor though. That's why I came in late. I've been trying to figure out what's up with this monitor.
And let me say this though, because my promotion's coming too. Because Dub is our lucky. Let's just say he's our lucky mole. And apparently, I'm supposed to be in that this gracious. Dub knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, with that being said,
just one thing real quick, Juice. I'm well aware.
Oh yeah, Michigan lost to IU.
Beating Indiana up by 17.
I told you
went on a 24-2 run.
I told you Indy was gonna win. I told you Indy was gonna win. So Indy owns you in basketball.
They beat Illinois today too.
I'm telling you, Indiana's gonna win the whole thing. The way how they've been playing.
They're not gonna win the whole thing though. No.
This is the same.
Big Ten. Oh.
This is the same
for the whole March. Man.
This is bro. You got to remember, this is the same man that said Atlanta was going to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and what happened there?
This was the guy who picked Villanova and Michigan to be in the final two, and he got it, and he picked Villanova to win.
Bastard. Anyway, but I'm so glad Dub is here. Dub watched it. He texted me while I was going through some personal problems. The triple threat for the Raw tag team. Triple threat for the Raw tag team title. Pete Dunne is on SmackDown. Okay.
Nobody wants to talk about how these folks did a triple threat tag team match literally the night after.
Right, cool. night after Revolution.
Cool.
But let's be real. Which triple threat match was better? I like the Raw one, but the AEW one was oh my god, so many false finishes because you didn't know who was gonna win that damn match. You didn't know who was gonna win that damn match.
I mean, I like the AEW one. Don't get me wrong. I liked the Raw one too. They both were great matches. I'm not gonna cap to you because like that finish though. I'm not gonna hold you. That finish though.
An RKO. A moonsault transformed into an RKO.
That German spot.
I don't know. Out of all the Randy Orton RKOs, I think that one is better than the Evan Bourne one.
I gotta see the spot again, and then I'll give you like.
I don't know.
I gotta see both spots.
The Evan Bourne and the Seth Rollins one. Those are top two.
Those straight
Seth Rollins, yeah. Which one at WrestleMania? Because
When he went for the curve stomp, he lifted him up and caught him. Yeah,
that one. Okay.
Those are top two. Not gonna lie, that moonsault RKO that might have slid in number 3 spot. I'm not gonna lie.
It probably did.
It might have slid in that number 3 spot for real.
God, that spot was freaking amazing. Like who expect? And I didn't expect Rated RK Bro to win. I thought Alpha Academy was going to retain, and I thought Kevin Owens was gonna turn his back on Seth Rollins later on in the night, and I thought Randy Orton was gonna turn heel and turn his back on Riddle. But no, we didn't get that. But we did get the one thing that's the big topic right now: a Stone Cold invitation to WrestleMania. Kevin Owens ends off the show with a promo.
Oh Lord!
He ends off with a promo to end off Monday Night Raw, and we get he is gonna have a special Kevin Owens show, and the special guest is none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let me say this right now: it's not a match.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool.
It's not a match.
I'm cool with
that. It's not a match. As long as it wasn't a match, I think everybody in agreement. Let me turn off this backlight. God. Shiny. It was shiny as hell. It's either that or my camera just messing with me. Anyway, that segment though, I was like, really? But as long as it's not a match. I think everybody can agree. Are we happy that it's not a match?
Affirmative.
It depends on how it goes. And Kevin Owens getting buried.
Well,
I feel bad for Kevin Owens.
Somebody's getting stunned.
They're both going to get stuttered.
That'd be hilarious if Austin does take a bump and somehow gets up from it. That'd be
hilarious if they both do it at the same time.
I don't think.
How would that even work?
Hi, Mito.
What it do, my boy?
What's up?
Replace the T with the R, and you got Miro.
Oh, damn it!
What?
Hi, Miro.
Hi, Miro. You know, Hi, Mito. You know that's gonna be your new nickname when we see you on Monday. Now, Hi, Miro.
Hi, Miro.
Come on, you didn't even notice that.
Bro, it never crossed my mind. But now,
I am. Hi, Mito. I can't even call it.
Miro, I'm sorry.
But yeah,
oh my God. Are you going to be texting him all night and be like, hi, Miro?
Hi, Miro. Hi, Miro.
You got to replace him in your phones with Miro now.
I just might.
Like, I am. Nacho.
That was a great movie.
Oh my God. That was like, we're never going to win any matches because we're fat. Because you're fat. But other than
you took good bumps in that movie, though.
Nah, my favorite wrestler out of there was El Snowflake. That dude was hilarious. That was an actual wrestler.
Who is the actual guy in the mask?
What, El Snowflake?
I gotta look
the
at
black
the
dude.
I gotta look at the cast again.
Well, the Human Tornado was one of them.
Hold on. Keep talking. I got it.
So yeah, the Human Tornado was one of them. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The Human Tornado was one of them. We do know that. I do know that.
Oh, it was Silver King and Ramses.
Nah, freaking Human Tornado was El Snowflake, and that's one of my favorites.
Oh, wait. Hey, Mitch.
Yeah.
What happened?
I already made my video. Go watch it. I already made
it. Okay.
Here's the best part, though. Here's the best part. Here's the best part. The man was so mad he tore his hamstring. No, you're laughing.
No, you for real?
His hamstring is torn.
I was exercising and then
he was thinking of the L, and then he just said, "Oh, my leg,
my leg,
my leg."
Man, you will.
Someone
real soon, bro.
Someone timed out Juice in my chat.
Who timed out Juice? My leg.
I don't know when Juice got timed down in my chat.
Oh my God. Oh my God. His name is not even Pete Dunne. His name is Butch. Oh my God. Dude, his name is Butch.
Alrighty. Alright.
He left the street.
Alrighty.
Well, what's up, Butch? Butch. Oh my God. What is this, Tom and Jerry?
It's something.
It is the
1950s.
Yep, his name is Bitch. His name is Butch.
It is the 1950s.
Butcher. Oh my God.
Not Butcher, Butch.
No, Butch. Just Butch.
Yeah, Butch. Butch Magnus. Butch Magnus.
I thought you were big.
Oh my
what is wrong with Pete Dunne?
Oh my God.
Name. You know how that man name.
I'm still going with Gunther's being the worst, but Butch is right there.
Government name. Government name. Butch, bro, he sounds like a dang dog. Boondocks reference.
Come here, Butch.
What if Pete Dunne had to change his name? Elias Pete. The name is not worse than do drugs. Oh God.
So question.
Are we gonna have
Cody
Butch versus Gunther at some point? Because I feel it coming.
Maybe. It might happen. That'll be a weird ass match announcement.
Cody
They'll be
versus
chanting.
Seth.
Cody,
We want Walter.
If Cody
We want
comes
Pete
back.
Dunne. We want Walter. We want
if
Pete
Cody
Dunne.
comes back, you know they're
I
changing
hate
his
it.
name completely, right?
They're gonna name it to Cody.
They're gonna name the boy Paul.
Whatever happened
I'm
to
telling you
Elias?
now.
They're gonna name the boy who?
Paul. I'm telling you now. Paul.
Oh,
All
my
London.
God. Dead. Yeah, what up, DT Sports Podcast? Yeah, this is dead. Butch, really?
What's
Butch?
that name?
And what makes it worse, he's with Sheamus and Rich Holland.
Butch Sheamus.
Butch Sheamus, and oh my God, that sounds like a damn bad TV show. And now on HBO, we present to you Three Men and an Irish, starring Butch, starring Ridge, and starring Sheamus. Oh my God. What is going on? This was not a part of the memo. But when they say this name, the Butch, oh my God. So Pete Dunne is on the main roster. Bronson Breakker is apparently on his way to the main roster. They're going to change his name to, you know what would be cool?
No, what you
Why
mean?
don't you-
His name was already changed.
You know what would be cool?
Braun
What if they-
Breaker. That would it was changed to.
So you know what would be cool though? Instead of calling him Braun Breaker, why don't you call him just Braun Steiner? Or Braun Steiner. Just give him the Steiner name.
I don't think he
does-
wants that. I don't think he wants to live in like his shadow.
Oh, what, like Rick Steiner's shadow?
Yeah. How come I can hear myself? Echo?
I don't hear an echo from you, but anyway, you said not Butch Dunne. Oh God. Just Butch? Yep, it's just Butch. Like Tom and Jerry. Butch.
Oh, they're trying to keep it. They're trying to copy AEW with Butcher and Billy and the Bunny.
Oh. Damn, the cops are out here? Bro, the cops are right outside my house. What the hell?
What you
I ain't do nothing. I didn't do anything. You can't prove anything.
Lie. Deny.
There you go. I didn't do
nothing.
I don't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I see nothing. I know nothing. Anyway, speaking of which, let's talk about NXT. I'm going to say this right now. Dub was right. He was right. Tommaso, maybe you should have left right with Gargano. I'm sorry. I don't know about all of you, but I'm going to tell you right now, ever since Ciampa has been on the main roster, the man has been owned by Ziggler and Rude. Granted, he beat Rude, but he cannot beat Ziggler. And here's my thing. This is where I'm not blaming Vince on this one. Oh, Goolie's not blaming Vince on this one? Oh, my God.
Like who you blaming?
You know what that means? You got to get two animals and put them on the bastard border.
Never mind.
You got to put them on the bastard border. I know who to blame. Bruce Pritchard, you red tomato fuck. What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
And, of course, when Dom has the red lights on.
It's the reason why I got him in the red. Because this is bullcrap. This is straight up bullcrap, bro.
Red.
Nah, for real. Because, the last, 3 to 4 weeks, he gets super kicked by Dolph Ziggler. He doesn't get, they're making Ciampa look like an idiot. And they really made him look like an idiot on Wednesday. Okay, it's a triple threat match. Oh, Tuesday. It's a triple threat match. The NXT World title. And Ciampa takes the pin. Dolph Ziggler's your new world champion in NXT. Now, let me say this. I'm not mad that Dolph is champion. I think Dolph, it was way overdue for him to get another singles title. It's way overdue.
Here's the question. How long is he going to keep it?
I think he's going to keep it long till Mania.
Till Mania weekend, then he's going to lose it to
Who would he lose it to?
To Braun.
Nah, Braun's on the main roster.
He's in the main roster now.
Oh, he's on the – oh.
Yeah, it would have to be Ciampa.
So they'll put – didn't they just bring Ciampa to the main roster?
Ciampa's on the main roster and on NXT.
So they're going to bring him back down so he can win the title?
Pretty much.
At this point, I'm just confused.
That we all confused, Kay.
Miro, you got anything to add?
Tomato chant. Tommaso Ciampa has already had his time with the NXT Championship. Why not let Dolph have fun with it and Tommaso Ciampa in a certain age anyway? Look, let me say that I don't mind Dolph as champ. I don't mind Dolph as champ, but let's be real. Who's your biggest babyface on NXT?
I don't watch NXT, so I don't know.
Like for the males, like the only big babyfaces left is Cameron Grimes, and we haven't seen Cameron Grimes in a minute. That's the only person.
Jay Taco, really?
Keith Lee. Bring back Velveteen Dream.
Nah, buddy in deep shit. Are you still in that shit?
Yeah, I think he's still in it. Tommaso's having a banger theme.
This just popped in my brain. Rob Roode.
Bobby Roode is with.
Turn on Dolph.
Have him turn on Dolph,
and then boom.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it's been way overdue for that man to have a championship run too.
And then here's the thing: I know WWE, they're gonna put that in the freaking pre-show.
That is true too. That is true. They're trying to protect Braun Baker, which is good. Yeah. I'm not mad about protecting him because Vince, he's a big guy. He's a big guy, but here's my thing though: it's like you just made Tommaso look like he's nothing. This is the same man that had a war.
But check it. These ain't the same people that built Ciampa though.
That's true.
People that was building and promoting him.
I feel so bad for Sean. Sean just will not step up. I mean, Sean would just refuse not to cuss out.
He's outnumbered.
He's outnumbered by an old 75-year-old man, and oh my God, Big E just landed on his shoulder. So yeah, he's dead. Right, so he's dead in the water. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we need Hunter back in the worst possible way. Hunter, please save your baby because your father-in-law, your father-in-law and his puppet is ruining. I wouldn't say ruin it. They're killing. They're killing it. The only thing in NXT,
bro. Even if he did come back, it's not gonna do no good. It's not gonna do no good. They not gonna give him back to him. They gonna say, "Hey, Hunter, this is what we did. Look at it. Ha ha ha. Fuck out of here." That's all that's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. They're screwed.
Oh my God! What? Oh my God! He looks ridiculous. Look at him. Pete Dunne looks so ridiculous. First off, he got the Urkel suspenders on. Oh my God! He got Urkel suspenders. His shoes is high tops. Bro, he looked like Urkel. He looked like a buff Urkel. And why is he attacking? Bro, he is. Damn, my man is literally trying to kill Kofi. You know, he probably mad. He probably going off the script. He probably trying to get fired. Butch trying to get fired. You know, that's cool, Butch. Just get fired. Just go off the script.
I don't know what was my boy reaction when he went in. That was like, "Hey Pete, change your name to Butch."
Did I do that? Did I do that?
Hell no, bro.
Bro, this is so fucked up. Why? Butch, bro. Butch. Why not just call him Pete? Just Pete. Pete Pablo.
That's probably because of Kanye. You know, Kanye kind of ruined the name Pete. What it do, Ski?
Oh God, Pete. We gotta rip another. Oh, you're rich. You're rich. No, what's another? Damn, what else happened in NXT? Another thing I like about NXT though, I will say this: their women's division got a little bit more is more entertaining. And with Mandy as the NXT Women's Champion, I'm all for it. That woman is killing it right now. Whatever they got her doing. To be honest though, Mandy Rose is the best part of NXT.
Watch her lose at Mania though.
Nah, the only person I don't know. There's not a woman in that roster.
It's Vince McMahon we're talking about here.
That is Voodoo Ken.
It'll fuck the world up if Oscar came back at WrestleMania and beat Mandy Rose for the title.
Grayson Waller got hot. Oh yeah, that last man standing match was good. That's true. That last man standing match was badass. Do you think Cora Jade will beat Mandy? Cora Jade, I mean,
No.
she's young. She's 19. They gave her a moment at War Games. It's possible, but nah. No.
No.
I'm going Oscar.
Oscar.
I'm
Oscar.
going with nobody. Nobody's gonna be Mandy. So I got Mandy.
No, or it could be that one chick, Miss Thickable, Miss All Natural.
You know who
one
I
with
would
all
not
that
be
ass.
surprised with?
One
Rock's
with
daughter.
that ass.
Yeah, Cora Jade is 19. Yeah, she's 19.
Yeah, I would not be surprised with the Rock starter.
Oh, The Rock's daughter. We haven't even seen her yet.
My point exactly. It's Vince McMahon. He'll be
yeah,
like, "Go wrestle. You're gonna win."
Thank you, Prince Sean. That's her name, Nikita Loyens. Now I can see her beating Mandy because that girl is just making waves on social media. That one match where she just went ass first on that girl, that she just been on fire. Everybody say, "Oh, they love her." Well, we all know why we love her. She better be in the damn game. Anyway,
Why Shorty
bro,
low-key look like AJ Lee?
Cora Jade.
Yeah.
My favorite part is Carmelo Haynes, the double champion. Carmelo Haynes is good. I'm gonna get 2K19 just to play as Velveteen Dream. Dewdrop though. Oh God, no. Dude.
Oh, juice. He's on my channel.
Oh my God.
Big girls need love too.
Dewdrop
He
is
goes back to my old videos and just comments a period.
Jesus.
Look, see, someone timed him out though.
No, what's another?
Dude, she was just timed out again, like a minute ago.
What's up?
Juice, no. I picked Nia Jax over Dewdrop. I think everybody could.
I agree with that one.
Nia over Dew.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's even on WWE 2K22 is still hilarious. Her, Mia Yim, Shane Strickland.
What you mean? They already had the scans. What?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
The game.
Bray Wyatt.
take
Yeah,
him out
Bray
the
Wyatt's in
game?
the game.
Were you going to take all the time it was going to take them out?
No, WWE 2K was not going to do that. Said, look, goddamn it, stop firing people. Stop firing people. We got less of a roster.
You know what's gonna happen after Mania? More are gonna be gone.
Bro, WWE just changed Roman's name to Smash. Oh God.
The hash slinging, the slash thingy, hash slinging.
I cannot comprehend the demons that I am hearing on this damn. Oh my God, we're already 30 minutes in, and I'm already hearing the demons of this.
The hash slinging, the slash singing.
The hash singing slasher, but most people call him the.
How are we not getting yet?
Oh my God. Hall of Fame time too, ladies and gentlemen. Vader, it's time. It's time. It's Vader time. Vader is in the WWE Hall of Fame. Personally, it was 3 years too late.
Yeah.
Why didn't y'all do it when the man was alive? Why?
Because you're worth more when you did.
God damn, that damn Vince McMahon.
Now, who's going to induct him? His family, you think?
I think it would probably be his family. Or, matter of fact, you know who it should be? It should be Jim Cornette. Now, watch Juice get a stiffy off of that. Because Jim Cornette did manage Vader in WWF.
I would have said Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake Roberts, or you know what, Will Ospreay, because that was the last match Vader ever had. He went to New Japan and fought Will Ospreay. They went.
not gonna be
Don't close. Not gonna have that man in there.
I know, but if only WB was not so goddamn petty.
So he heard, and he's about to grab the lotion.
I heard Cornette.
I heard Cornette. Personally, it should be Cornette, in my opinion. It really should be Cornette. And then apparently another person has been rumored to be inducted, Psycho Sid. I think Psycho Sid was 5 years overdue. I thought Psycho Sid was in the Hall of Fame.
It was done like 6 years ago.
Psycho Sid, man. I love Sid. I love his gimmick.
You know what that reminds me of? You know the song called Psycho Killer?
Psycho Killer.
That's the thing. I'm gonna play that song when I'm done with this.
I'm shocked that song has not been played when I be working. Psycho Killer. Okay, I don't need to stop. But anyway,
Rock band, man.
But anyway, Psycho Sid. I would be happy if Psycho Sid was it. Veer should be in the Hall of Fame. Man, damn Veer.
Wait, is Veer Elias or am I tripping?
Oh my God, I would laugh hysterically. Wow, man! It's reported that the Midnight and Cornette are going to be inducted. Yo, if the Midnight Express gets inducted, that would be cool. Jim Cornette, cool. I'd be fine with that. But
and then Jim could be like Cornette.
You know, it'd be so hilarious. What if they put Jim Cornette and Vince Russo in the same Hall of Fame class?
Don't do.
What about Michelle McCool getting inducted into the Hall of Fame? Michelle McCool should be in it, but let me say this: Michelle McCool, yes, she needs to be in there with Layla and Layla only. That's it. If Layla's in there,
I think it's too. How long is Layla?
Layla's been out for about like 5 to 6 years. She's like what 45.
I'm looking that up.
Layla got to be like 45, I think. She's in her mid-40s. And the fact that woman never had kids.
Julie?
Yeah.
She's 44.
She's 44. See, I was a year off. Anyway, on her body eating.
Michelle McCool then?
Michelle McCool got to be, I want to say 46, 47, 48. Mickey James still wrestling for Impact. No, she's not going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Dude, McCool's 42.
42?
Yeah.
She don't look 42. Anyway, what about the Nation of Domination? If you're going to do the Nation, then the following people would be in the Hall of Fame. The following people, as it stands, it would be Farouk. I think Ron Simmons is already in the Hall of Fame.
Damn.
So you got Farouk, D'Lo Brown, The Godfather. Godfather's already been in the Hall of Fame. The Rock, Mark Henry, and Owen Hart. Here's the problem. They're not going to have Owen in there. They're going to skip out Owen. They're going to like low-key cut Owen out.
They're going to try to.
What about Mickey James?
Still in Impact. She's not retiring.
Great Khali and Hornswoggle.
Great Khali's in there.
Yeah,
he's already in there. The fact that Khali got in before Taker.
He retired before him. What you mean?
I mean, I was like, really? I mean,
the man was still
Khali got in before The Rock.
Hollywood next year.
They said The Rock for Hollywood.
Mark Henry is in the Hall of Fame. Damn, if you did the Nation, damn.
Remember he had the salmon jacket on when he was on stage.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is, y'all? The only people from the Nation of Domination that's not in the Hall of Fame is The Rock and D'Lo Brown and Owen.
No.
Wow.
Owen
ain't going to
Owen ain't going
to his wife ain't going for this shit.
Now, D'Lo, I would love for D'Lo to be in there. D'Lo deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
What a loose nigga.
I don't think Jerry would let WWE do that. Jerry do what?
I think Jerry. You know, another person who needs to be in the Hall of Fame, but he's in AEW, so it wouldn't work, even though he's a referee. Jerry Lynn.
Wait,
are there any referees in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he's a referee. He's a referee.
No. Are there any referees?
Any? No, I don't think so.
Blonde hair.
Who, the dude that was cool with Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Charles Robinson? Charles Robinson's not in the Hall of Fame.
That would be the first one I would think of.
To be honest, if there's anybody that needs to be in the Hall of Fame, even though they fucked him over, and I'm so mad that they fired him, Mike Chioda deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Mike Chioda needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
What's happening?
Mike Chioda. Thank you. Mike Chioda should be in the Hall of Fame. If that be the case, Earl Hebner needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Why are there no referees in the Hall of Fame anyway?
So disrespectful. What about Nick Pat? Well, shoot, we had announcers in the Hall of Fame. We had announcers in the Hall of Fame. They
got a whole celebrity wing. You telling me these celebrities is more important than the referees?
Unfortunately, they are. That's Vince McMahon. Good shit. Oh my God, Vince McMahon, y'all. Vince effing McMahon. Mike Chioda. The following referees in my book should be in the Hall of Fame: Mike Chioda, Earl Hebner, Charles Robinson, Nick Patrick.
I got something. The reason why WWE does not induct referees into the Hall of Fame, the 60-year-old veteran revealed that the reason why WWE does not induct into the Hall of Fame is because they don't want to pay royalties to the referees.
Wow. So I'm taking bumps and shit too, but I can't get no motherfucking money? Wow. What type of shit is this? That's some bull, bro. No.
Tony Chimmel's in the Hall of Fame. Justin Roberts not going to be in the Hall of Fame. What the? Wow.
Because they don't want to give them no royalties. What? Bro.
Oh, my
So
God.
what I'm out here for?
Just, oh, my God. WWE is just...
You know what's fucked up? I wanted to be a referee at one point in life.
I think we all did.
Now, hey, question. If you did fulfill that dream and you found that shit out, would you still
I'd
be refereeing?
even more pissed because I already did it. Now,
oh.
Wait, I want to share something real quick.
Oh my God. Somebody's going to hell with a scholarship.
Did not want to pay royalties to the referees. Passengers revealed the wire announcers get royalties. Referees don't enjoy the same privilege.
bro.
I'm not reading this whole freaking thing,
Bro.
I would be on strike.
Did I see a video on this? Oh, I gotta watch that later.
I would be on a strike. I would be on strike.
Bruh. Come on, bro. I've seen some of these referees take crazy bumps, bro.
Remember? Does anybody not remember what's his name? Tim White. Remember his final match was in Hell in a Cell,
bro.
Wow, that is so fucked up.
Someone, Goolie, we gotta put that in a group chat.
Please do. Please do.
That's so fucked up. So wait. So the celebrities get royalties with being in the celebrity ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Royalties. That's so fucked up.
Right.
So a celebrity can get his royalties, but not a zebra. But not a zebra.
What's good, Uncensored? How you doing, man?
Oh my God.
Wait,
I'm depressed.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm depressed. I am depressed.
Oh, bro. That's tough.
I'll put it in the group chat after. Royalties.
That's so
Vince McMahon, I swear to God, he sounds like Mr. Krabs with this freaking line. He's like, "Oh, you're stealing all my money."
That might be where they got the idea from.
We need a SpongeBob podcast, Julie.
Go green. Yeah. Oh my. Y'all, can we get this in the chat? Hashtag referees in the Hall of Fame.
Referees are people too.
Hashtag Ref Lives Matter. Ref Lives Matter. Look.
Man. Goddamn.
You know what? We got.
Goddamn.
You know what? No, let's stick on this. Okay, so let's stick on the Hall of Fame for a minute because this is some bullshit. This is some ever-loving grade A bullshit. Number one.
Bro, Donald Trump is in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Because he's best friends with Vince. That's the reason why he's in the Hall of Fame.
You know, he was on Full Send podcast, and then YouTube took that shit
is in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Bro, we got an orange in the Hall of Fame. We got a damn cat in the Hall of Fame.
Orange.
Orange. We got an orange. The Orange Man. That's what I call him.
Oh, at least it's not you know who.
Oh my God. We got angry. We got angry cat in the Hall of Fame. I kid you not. The grumpy cat is in the Hall of Fame. I kid you not. I swear the grumpy cat is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up celebrities in the WWE Hall of Fame.
I know Drew Carey's in there. Drew Carey, Mr. T. Okay, Mr. T is understandable.
Wait, Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame.
Why not? Pete Rose, the hit king, baseball.
That didn't cross my mind.
You gotta remember his beef with Kane.
Right.
His beef with Kane. Kane kept tombstoning that man.
You know,
I'm going to share the screen on this one.
Bad Bunny in the Hall of Fame.
You know, Bad Bunny's going to end up in the Hall of Fame.
Here, yeah.
Ain't Bob Barker in the Hall of Fame?
I think so.
Pete Rose, William Perry. I forgot about the fridge.
Yep, Refrigerator Perry. The fridge.
Bob. Who?
Bob Uecker. That was the one that Andre the Giant choked, like that.
Right.
Bob Uecker.
Drew Carey.
Okay, go back to Drew Carey real quick. Drew Carey only had one appearance, and that was at the Royal Rumble 2001. and my man almost got chokeslammed by Kane, but Raven saved him.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson makes sense because
understandable.
Donald Trump.
But go down. No, thank you. Mr. T. Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
For years, when I was a kid, I could not say his last name because I did not want to get that. Snoop Doggy Dogg. Yes.
Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about William Shatner.
William Shatner? What did William Shatner do in the Hall of Fame? Oh yeah, his close relationship with Jerry the King Lawler.
Ozzy Osbourne. And you're telling me that
crazy train.
And that's it.
Oh
and
my
every
God.
WWE wrestler who jumped ship to AEW so far.
Oh my God.
Should I click on that or no?
Chat. You mean to tell me some of them folks couldn't be replaced with referees?
William Shatner should not be on it. Wait a minute, is that Veer? No, wait. What's this big tall? Oh yeah, Shanky. That's his name.
Shanky, bro.
Shanky.
Shanky. Bro.
Wait, Shanky or Shanky?
Shanky, not Slinky. Shanky.
Like I'm about to go shank somebody. Shanky.
Yes.
Bro, I'm
sorry.
Oh wait, Key in the building. Key. You need to hear this. There's no referees in the Hall of Fame. Here's the reason why. WWE don't want to pay the referees money, they royalties for refereeing. Let's all laugh. Everybody have a laugh.
Ozzy Osbourne is in the Hall of Fame.
Oh my God.
No.
Now I'm watching Happy Corbin beat Drew McIntyre. Oh my God. What have they done?
They're gonna have that at Mania.
Bro, Drew McIntyre is getting beat up by four motherfuckers. He's getting beat up by a man named Shanky. He's getting beat up by a guy named Madcap Moss. He's getting beat by Jinder Maballs.
What about Happy Corbin?
Man, the hell with Happy Corbin. Okay, thank God. They just realized how. Okay, now look at it. Here we go. Look at Shanky.
Moss.
Look at Key.
Shanky.
Okay.
Shaky.
Our guest is going to be on in 25 minutes.
All right, cool. Shanky.
Shanky.
Shanky like a shank.
Bro.
Shank. And look at him. If you go to Monday Night Raw, oh my God, Drew got Excalibur out. Come on.
Bro.
Shanky.
My monitor is tripping, so I can't even do my double screen action. I'm upset. So I'm gonna pull it up.
Juice, if you're on my channel. Juice.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, we just found out something today, y'all. Referees ain't
with the jury.
Oh my God.
Is this
bro.
Shanky?
Yeah, the big tall dude. Yeah, that's Shanky.
Shanky about to get shanked. Oh, he rolled out. Okay, cool.
What is with this freaking company?
Shaky. Nah, you know what?
Shaky. You got
Butch.
Gunther. You got Butch.
Hey, it goes further than that. Remember, we had Repo Man. Repo Man.
Hey, get off Repo Man.
And we had the Giant Gonzalez. I like the Giant Gonzalez though.
That gimmick was racist as hell. So basically, you saying all
No,
Latinos.
it's an national taker.
Oh no! Remember this Veer? We had Veer. What Veer could mean lamb.
Veer ain't even showed up yet,
bro. Oh yeah, the Goon. Yeah, we had somebody called the Goon, the Mountie,
Dude.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
Shoot,
the Brooklyn man gonna make his appearance?
The Brooklyn Brawler. God damn it, the Brooklyn Brawler.
The boogeyman. Because he re-signed with the WWE.
Man, I'm born to do meet and greets. I'm born to do appearances, meet and greets, and autographs. He ain't wrestling nobody.
That's exactly what I want. I don't want him near the ring.
I do. I just want him to freak people out. I want him to freak people out. I want him to spit worms on somebody because somebody deserves to be buried.
What happened to them two front teeth?
We have all his teeth. I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
I want to know what happened to his teeth.
Have you ever shown her the boogeyman? I would love to see her reaction to the boogeyman.
I have not, but if I do show her one, I'm gonna show her the video where he ate the bowl off an old girl's face.
Jillian Hall.
You know who else is in the Hall of Fame though? Nikki and Brie Bella.
Boo. Yeah. You know, I love the fact on last week's episode of SmackDown. Okay, Charlotte is in heels, okay, and she's getting the ankle locked by freaking Ronda Rousey. And then when Ronda let go of the damn hold, why she got the nerve to tell Charlotte, "Hey, nice shoes" at the end? Like, we can't hear that, bruh.
I forget what match it was, but it was a Ronda Rousey match. You hear Shorty clear as day. She's like, "Back up, back up."
I'm
back
like
up,
so
back up. Come to me.
I'm so mad about the referees not going in there because the freaking royalties.
Nah, I'm just mad about Veer. These one name Butch, Gunter.
Hold on.
Doink the Clown. Knock on wood.
No, I'm
shoot,
trying to think of something.
For God's sake, freaking Brian Kendrick was Spanky. Shanky,
right.
Spanky.
I met Brian Kendrick. You want to hear something funny? When I was meeting all these superstars, I was tying my shoe, and I get this big shadow behind me. It was Mark Henry. I'm like, ah! You know how big that guy?
You know what? I know we're supposed to be reviewing AEW after this, but for the next 6 minutes, let's just make fun. Oh my God, Dr. Eisen Yankum.
Yes, I met Eugene too.
Eugene was not a bad name. The Berserker.
I love Eugene.
No, remember
I met Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I like Heidenreich. I like Heidenreich. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Heidenreich.
Heidenreich was always a little iffy with me. Then that little moment with Michael Cole.
Oh yeah, when he tried to rape Michael Cole.
That shit was so awkward, bro. I was like, what are we watching?
Oh my God.
Nah,
Derek
you know.
Jeter is probably gonna go to the Dodgers or the Braves. By the
Now
end
I
of
got.
the night.
Now I got one. Does anybody remember this one? Muhammad Hassan. Lilia, Lilia.
Oh yeah, that ended badly. That ended badly.
What possessed them to have
Oh
sympathizers
wait,
on
JBL
ITV?
was in the Hall of Fame too.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Bad News Brown.
The
Kiss Demon.
Gobbledygooker.
Oh God, the Gobbledygooker. The Gobbledygook. But do y'all know who played the Gobbledygooker?
I forget.
Hector Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero's older brother, played the
Oh
Gobbledygooker.
shit!
I'm not lying.
I didn't know that.
Gobbledygooker.
I didn't know that.
Did he wait?
Shoot, they had Terry. Hold on, they had Terry Taylor as the freaking Red Rooster. They had this man with a goddamn red mohawk, and they call him the Red Rooster. I'm like, why did you just call him the? You know what? No. I'm gonna do it. Pause moment. Why did you call him the Red Cock? That's what you should have called him.
Stop it.
Dude, we have a player on the Eagles by the name of Fletcher Cox. There was like this picture where it was these three fans. It was like Cox, Hurts. I forget the
Cock hurts. Oh, your cock hurts. The Blue Meanie. Now, the Blue Meanie deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Look, I know that's a stretch, but I like the Blue Meanie. Oh, well, to be honest, put Stevie Richards in the Hall of Fame.
Just thinking about him. That was the name I was trying to figure out.
Oh, Big Daddy V. Oh my God. I don't know if I told you this, Mitch, but when me and my mom and my dad saw Big Daddy V for the first time, my mom gave Big Daddy V a nickname. She called him the Titty Man. The Titty Man. The Titty Man.
But y'all so cool. Y'all met all these wrestlers, bro.
God, Titty Man, bro. The Titty Man.
Growing up, I never had those opportunities, man.
Oh yeah. Dub, do you ever watch old school WCW? Well, guess what? Don't, because they had a 6 foot tall, giant midget dressed up.
Man said, guess what? Don't.
Oh,
No. Okay. No. Don't watch it. You can watch some good matches, but don't watch like the late shit. Don't watch the early shit, because there was the Yeti. They had a 6'10" midget in the freaking toilet tissue, and they call him the Yeti. And the first thing he did was rape Hulk Hogan in the ring. I will send it to you. It is amazing.
how is that amazing?
You want to know why it was amazing? You want to know why it was amazing? Because Tony Schiavone was trying so hard to put that man over. That's what made it amazing. The Yeti! It's the Yeti! The Yeti! That's how he's called it.
What is wrong with this company, bro?
It's not the company. It's not the company. This was WCW before they were WWE.
Oh, fuck.
Remember, they had Prince Iakea dressed up like Prince.
Hold on. Is Tommy Dreamer in the Hall of Fame?
No, but he should.
Rob Van Dam is.
Rob Van Dam is. Sabu needs to be there. Now they put the Sheik in there, which made sense.
That makes
But
sense.
they need-
yeah.
But they need to have Sabu in there. Sabu needs to be in there.
Tommy Dreamer in there though. Wait, is the Sandman in it? No.
Nope. They're not going to put Sandman in there.
Why?
I honestly don't believe. Wait, are
Even
there
though
any? Wait, what ECW originals are in there?
Okay.
Rob Van Dam is in there. The Dudley Boys.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But see, they converted though. That's probably why.
Wait, is this true?
What?
Brandy Rose was she was eating in WWE.
Yeah.
They didn't use her name, so they just called her Eden.
Yeah.
Minotaur, Rob Van Dam. Okay, I'm trying to think. Rob Van Dam, ECW original. Rob Van Dam, the Dudley Boys. Oh God, Tugboat. Oh fuck, Earthquake.
I remember him.
I'm talking about the Love Boat.
So I was watching this thing on TikTok.
No, Rhino's not in there. Rhino's not in the Hall of Fame.
I was watching this thing on TikTok, and they were asking Randy Orton who will induct Randy Orton, and he was like, "Oh, me and my wife were talking about that the other day. Probably Ric Flair, Triple H, John Cena when he comes home from Hollywood. There's a lot. Who
Out of it,
Who
Triple H should induct Randy, Hunter, or Cena.
Not his father?
Now, if his father is still living, then yes. Now, I would love that. That would be a blessing, Cowboy Bob. And can we, whoever tells Charlotte to wear these
hamstring.
Oh God! Whoever told Charlotte to wear these goddamn tight ass outfits, they need to be fired. Goddamn thighs saying I can't fit you.
Gotta have that appeal, bro. You got to have that appeal.
I recommend guys do not pull your hamstring. It hurts.
I'm sure it does.
Wait. What's this one? What about biscuits and gravy? Made me a man. They're not putting them in the Hall of Fame.
How about who is Festus? Lou Gallows was Festus.
Oh God.
Oh, I ain't gonna.
They've had him play. Oh my God, WWE, bro. For real.
Hey,
This fucking.
I can
But
tell you
who's
somebody
the other guy though?
Jesse.
Jimmy Wayne Yang.
Oh, Jimmy Wayne Yang. Yeah, Jimmy Wayne Yang.
I love his name.
Like I'm going to have to jot
his
some.
daughter's running with the Wayne Yang.
The Wayne. Oh my
His
Lord.
daughter's running with it now.
I'm trying not to laugh so hard so I don't fall off my chair. And I'm not going to drink anything because of my laugh out.
Damn, even Charlotte's shoes are saying they can't fit her. God damn. What are y'all trying to prove?
Wait, what?
Like, if you look at all of Charlotte's goddamn outfit, all the shit is saying can't fit you. It can't fit her. Andrade, just put a baby in her so we don't have to see her for a year. Vince McMahon can suffer.
They're not engaged anymore.
I'm saying
They're still. Nope, they got back together. She posted a video of them sleeping together.
Well, excuse me, I don't follow her.
I know. Why would I follow that?
I follow Andrade, and Andrade be.
I don't follow him neither. I should, but I should.
Andrade always be posting a picture saying he always smash her every night. I'm like, I bet you do. Where's the baby? You cooking with a wet noodle? My sperm has fallen. I can't get up. If he won't, then oh God, Juice, you are a trooper because I can't. Charlotte got too much of a man face.
Have you seen her father? That's just her father's genes, bro. Calm down.
Wait.
Probably takes after her dad. There's nothing wrong with that.
So basically, you fucking okay. Oh my God!
I didn't say it was my cup of tea. I just said there's nothing wrong,
bro. You can even tell, bro. Charlotte got a nose job because the freaking half of her skin is peeling. Bro, stop trying to imitate Michael. Let Michael Jackson rest in peace.
Oh no!
I know. I know.
How was I canceled? Need
I remind you that this podcast is kind of the precursor of the Almost Canceled podcast.
I gotta be on that.
Because we're all gonna be saying all things. This will not be on the Spotlight Sports Network. It will not be on the stream. This will be its own little thing.
You know what you should do? You should just make another channel just for that. Dude.
Round one.
Fight.
Dude. How's your football team doing? How's Zion doing? I can go on and on, buddy. Taysom Hill, the worst contract in history.
Oh God. Oh my God.
You should have seen
Mitch.
Doug's face. He was just like,
Mitch, you just don't know, bro. Me
I
and
know,
Doug
I
were,
saw it.
Bruh, they were clowning you.
I was laughing.
You fucking God. You know what's fucking? Let's get to AEW Conquer. Oh my God, I hate you. Let's go to AEW real fast, and then we'll get our special guest in here. AEW Revolution, because I normally ask people who watched the show a final grade, but since everybody left because they felt like they had rent, well, shoot, we ended the stream because we had to work the next day. Bro, as soon as I went upstairs at 12:30.
I saw the last couple of matches. So.
Bro, as soon as I went upstairs, it was 12:30. And as soon as I laid down, it was 6 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell?
You are not lying where that alarm came so fast.
I was like, man, this is some bull. Oh my God.
I
Oh yeah.
woke up 3 hours later.
Bro, Paul Heyman was running earlier from Brock Lesnar. Bro was weeble wobbling into the damn car.
Oh my God.
Bro was squeak when he walked. Who wins? James Ellsworth or Hornswoggle? James Ellsworth, because he's a little bit taller.
Because he beat AJ Styles not once, not
But
twice, 3 times.
I mean,
And he's the first ever man to win the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, Damien was even getting on him, bro. That was hilarious. That was too fucking funny. Anyway,
Because they wouldn't say it when I was there.
Great, dog. Great. Now here we go. We get Sasha time. Here comes Sasha time. We get Sasha time.
Why do I feel like she's going to lose at Mania?
If she loses, I'm gonna go the fuck
She
off.
always loses that Mania.
I know.
Yeah.
I just have that in my mind. She's my favorite woman wrestler. And she's like...
And you know what's so messed up about it? She is dangerously close to Big Show territory. Could never win at Mania.
For my mental and regular health. So, yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, Dub, what would you grade AEW Revolution? What was your favorite match, and what was the match that had expectations but just fell flat, or just give me your whole entire take on Revolution?
I gave it an A minus. It was a solid show. My favorite match, I believe, probably Jade's.
Jade Cargill.
It looks like our guest is having difficulties now. Oh my God.
F minus. Juice. Stop. How can you go get something A minus?
New Orleans is an F minus right now. The sports team.
Like the battle for Ukraine. It's like the battle for Ukraine up there in New Orleans. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm like literally offending damn near everybody in this stream.
Okay, we got him.
All right. Mitch, please introduce our guest after, and then we'll ask our guest how he felt about AEW. So,
all right. So, guys, if you watch GTS, he's actually one of my favorite wrestlers on the show. Please welcome one of my favorites, Vince Siri.
How's it going, guys? I didn't know I'd be on camera, so like my head's a little messed up and everything like that. But how's it going, gentlemen?
Pretty well. How you doing?
We're good. I thought you'd be at the bar when you texted me.
Yeah, no. I literally was flying home from my son's house and just getting back in. So we went out for a little bit to a little bit of happy hour with the kid. So we had a good time.
Mm-hmm. So let me start off here and just ask, what got you into wrestling? I mean, was it like a superstar?
I'd say that's a loaded question. So I was always a big mark when I was a kid. Like I would go see wrestling down in Convention Hall in Asbury Park a lot. They would do, the WWF used to run like A, B, and C towns. And thankfully, Asbury Park used to be a B town. So they would have, the Intercontinental champ to top the card and stuff like that. So I was very lucky to see a lot of great shows there. Being a kid in the 80s, you couldn't help but being a wrestling fan. Yeah. I would go see before pay-per-view. I saw the first WrestleMania, or no, second WrestleMania on closed circuit television at Convention Hall in Asbury Park before there was pay-per-view. You had to pay money to go into a theater, basically, to see wrestling on a big screen instead of seeing it at home.
Yeah.
So, but I was, again, being an '80s kid, couldn't help but being a WWF fan.
Right. Yeah. Like how I got into it is actually pretty funny. I was just sitting in my basement, right? And I was going through my channels. And I just see Randy Orton versus Mark Henry like beat the crap out of each other. And my sister was like, "Why are you watching this?" She was like, "I love it." I was like, that got me hooked just right from there. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
I think the first match that really got me hooked was the Iron Sheik, who I had the pleasure of like working with when I was much younger. Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov when they were tag against the Dream Team, which was Greg Valentine and Brutus Beefcake, who I also worked with. And for whatever reason, it was just the chemistry at the time of the whole Iranian crisis that we were going through at the time. And obviously the Soviet Union, the specter of the Cold War, it really just piqued my interest. And I was a fan from there on out.
You know what's crazy? It wasn't even a match that got me hooked into it. It was an entrance. It was Undertaker's entrance, bro. It was just dope. And I was like,
bunch of young guys.
I was 5 at the time, and bro scared the life out of me. G.
Man, mine was video games. WWF Warzone was the one that got me hooked, and the first person I played was with The Rock. And then when I watched SmackDown for the first time, what did I see? I see The Rock. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And the first thing this man does. Why on God's green earth, and I'm going to do it tonight. I'm in the middle of the ring, and I'm going to talk in 20 minutes about absolutely nothing.
Those old like the mid '90s wrestling games, late '90s wrestling games were so bad. So obviously, I'm an older guy. So my son was playing those at the time, and I really didn't play them. I was watching my kid play them, and even the cut screens were so bad. And to think about that's evolved is wild.
Oh God! Oh man!
They just standing there, just like
right, it's standing there like. But I'm gonna say this though, the worst wrestling game, and oh my God, I can't wait till I review this when I get all of my stuff. WCW NWO Thunder is the worst wrestling game I think I've ever freaking played. No. I don't care what anyone says.
ECW put out a game.
I know Revolution.
That was awful.
ECW Revolution and Anarchy Rules, but I liked those games when I was little, and I still do because I still cherish them. I mean, it's an ECW game. What else are you gonna get?
I was a kid playing like WrestleFest in the arcades, and those were awful. They were basically cartoons.
Yeah,
with Sergeant Slaughter, who again I got to wrestle, thank God. And
awesome.
Guys like that, it was those were bad. Those were really bad. And I'm feeding quarters into them, like spending my lunch money from school, feeding into these games. So
it'd be like that. But my question for you is, how's it like working for Grimm? Like, how for GTS?
I've known Dave for Grimm, and I've known Doo-Hop now, gosh, for 25 years. Literally, it sounds wild to think I've known those guys almost a quarter century at this point. So when I was wrestling on the Indies in Jersey back in the late 90s, Dave and Duhop were just coming in. They've switched roles. It's funny because Dave used to be super skinny and Duhop used to be super heavy.
Hey, what?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I love both of them to death. And, this is obviously shoot stuff. I love both those guys to death. They're both great guys. But, yeah, no, they were completely different. They were the opposites. Duhop was super big. And, I'm very proud of what he's done and, obviously lost all the weight, but they were exactly the opposite of what they are now when we were in our 20s.
That's funny.
Oh man, that oh my god. I do subscribe to GTS and I do love the crazy in the oh my god, the craziness in it. It just reminds me like, oh, this is real great story. This is a really great story, especially with the battle for the company. That one was probably one of my favorites.
It's wild, and the beauty of it, it's all seat of the pants type stuff. Dave, he has everything worked out a little bit, but things change, as the day goes on. Like things can change tomorrow, blah blah blah, and one day I brought in who's the kid? The little poop kid, what the hell's his name? Now I can't remember. The kid with the pink hair, the skinny kid. Gosh,
I know what you're talking about.
Oh god, I can't think of his name right now.
I brought him to a show. Like I brought him to Grimm's place, and out of the blue, I was like, "Hey, let me work this kid." And now he's there every week. Isaac Sight, and
right,
yeah.
Yeah,
and he's there. That just shows you how things can change. Somebody can just show up, and obviously they have to be trained. But again, just randomly, I brought the kid because I knew he could work a little bit, and now he's there every week doing the shows.
dang.
Cool.
So
Cool.
I just gotta ask you this: like AEW Revolution was this past weekend, right? A great show. So, have you worked with any of the guys that were on that show at all? Like,
I do not watch current wrestling.
Oh,
I do not watch current wrestling. I know quite a few of the guys that are down there now. A lot of guys have wrestled on Dark and stuff like that. I've worked up here on the Indies. Sonny Kiss is. Obviously, he's one of my favorite people. We just did a show in Atlantic City. Great dude. There's a bunch of people down there that I've either worked with or I know personally. But I don't currently watch anything.
okay.
Just no, and you know what it is? It's because there's for me at least, there's not enough. Everyone's a fucking, excuse my language. Everyone's a tweener now. So there's no.
Thank you.
True healer face.
Thank you.
And it's hard to kind of, get behind something if there's no true drama. And obviously there's drama. But I think you need a hard heel or hard face. And I think that's why that MJF kid gets over as much as he does. Because he's
strong with the heel. Yeah. I told you about MJF.
So he gets over like he does. You need true heels and true faces. But it's hard to have true heels and true faces now because everyone's so you have to walk that fine line now. There's nothing to play off of anymore. So in the days of being politically correct, let's say from everything from being like, let's say right now with Russia, if you had this Russian like you had when I was a kid, you had this Russian bear badass like they tried to do with Miro,
Rusev.
Like they tried to do with Rusev. that's a heel just because it's relatable to the person who switches the TV on and sees, not necessarily the avid wrestling fan, but someone who randomly turns the TV on and sees a guy waving the Russian flag. All of a sudden, okay, I'm vested. I want to see this guy get his ass kicked because he's waving the Russian flag.
Yeah, all of a sudden it turns into
Back in
who's
the day,
this asshole?
unfortunately, they did a lot of homophobic stuff. You had Adrian Adonis and you had guys like that where they played off the homophobic aspect of Goldust even in the mid 90s, where if you were that type of person that was homophobic, you had a vested interest in seeing this guy kind of get beat around. So now in the current climate, you can't kind of test those boundaries anymore. So it's tough to have hard heels, hard faces, unless someone can cut a really good promo like that MJF kid and make people hate you.
Yeah.
I agree with the fact of too many tweeners. Everybody's favorite women's wrestler in AEW, Dr. Britt Baker, is one of them. Oh, like I want to get behind her.
First of all, bro, she's not my favorite in AEW.
Well, I know, bro.
She
I
died.
know. Well, she's bitches, but for me, I'm like this. Okay, like she had that one match with Thunder Rosa, and then like she's a heel 1 week, and she's babyface 1 week. Oh, we're in her hometown, Pittsburgh. Oh, she's getting cheered. Oh, she's burning Cleveland's ass up. Here's the problem with this: you're in your hometown. Piss off your hometown. Like they don't make real heels like they used to. Like Jerry King Lawler.
And that's the problem because everybody's kind of walking on eggshells to try to make sure, you have to worry about TV and blah 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 blah. But it's a tough game. I can't imagine because
like DJ Hyde off of CZW. I mean, he's a straight full heel. Everybody boos that man out the building in Combat
Matt
Zone.
Cardona.
Matt Cardona, who's now turning heel. To be honest, though, even though Matt Cardona, since he's now turned heel for the first time since even debuting in WWE, it's been working for him. The man has been straight up trying to get himself over as a bad guy. This one
the thing is,
wrestling hero.
Matt Cardona is only a heel to the smarts.
Yeah.
Like the average guy who's turning on the TV doesn't understand why he's a heel. Right?
Yeah.
People understand why he's a heel because he's kind of taken this alternate route. He got fired from the WWE, blah, 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 blah. But the average person who's going to turn on the TV doesn't understand why he's a heel. And that's tough. If you want to draw eyes to yourself being a heel, you got to be a heel to everybody. That somebody who's just turning on the TV doesn't even know wrestling. They have to know you're a heel for something. You have to know wrestling to know that Matt Cardona is a heel. That's, and listen, he's over his shit and he's a heel, but he's a heel to everyone who knows wrestling. Someone, like I said, someone who turns on TV and doesn't know the business, doesn't know wrestling in general, isn't going to know he's a heel. And that's the tough part.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I want to go back to this Britt Baker you said being a tweener. I think it's because of her looks people love her and her mic work. I mean, you got to talk about her mic work. Her mic work is top notch.
And she can cut a good promo. It's just like the problem. Like I just want somebody to take a notice from. I don't know. Does anybody remember SummerSlam 1996 when it was Jake the Snake Roberts versus Jerry the King Lawler, and they made fun of Jake's actual, drug addiction and, alcohol and all of that. And remember, at the time, Cleveland had no football team. Art Modell moved the team to Baltimore. So, and remember, Jerry the King Lawler is a Cleveland Browns fan and a Cleveland Indians fan. So what does he do? He ribs his own freaking people. Like Cleveland is his second home. So what does he do? He has like a Cleveland Brown, a Baltimore Ravens jersey while Cleveland had no football team. Like the massive heat that Jerry the King Lawler had on that night, I'm sorry. I thought the King was going to get shot. I thought he was going to get assassinated as soon as he even went into the ring.
So much heat. Like you hear these stories about these guys that would try to leave arenas and almost get stabbed leaving arenas. Think about the Dudleys. The Dudleys shot that one great
Heatwave 99.
promo. I can't remember where it was or what it was, but they were just shitting on the crowd for literally 10 minutes in the ring before they even touched anybody. They had people basically wanting to jump the rails, and they got out of the ring and got in people's faces in the front row. And heat just from talking. And people knew they were the heels. That's the thing. People knew they were the heels. They knew we don't like these guys just because of the way they were talking. And that's why that MJF kid gets over the way he does, because the kid can talk a mile a minute, apparently.
Oh, yeah, he be snapping.
Yeah.
No, the fact with, like, I think one of my biggest MJF, there's a lot of them. The fact that, this can give you heat in a whole bunch of ways. Making fun of Brian Pillman, dead Brian Pillman at that, in front of his son and his hometown as well.
That's heat, though.
That's so much heat.
It doesn't matter which way you get it.
It got him heat.
I was at a show in North Jersey, the town called West Milford. When I first started out, I was at a town. It was West Milford, New Jersey, at some high school. I worked Georgia Animal Steel that night, and they got flooded like 2 nights before. Like, really crazy flood happened up there. There was like this remnants of a hurricane came through North Jersey and flooded this mountain town all the way up North Jersey. So I came out, got on the microphone. I'm a kid. I'm maybe 22 years old. And I came out and I was like, you guys must be a bunch of dumb rednecks, blah, 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 blah. I can't exactly remember exactly what I said. But I said, basically, you guys came to a pro wrestling show instead of pumping out your basements to save your children tonight. I told you, I took the L that night, obviously, to George Steele. But I got out. We left. Two things happened that night when we left the gym. We left. There was about 5 of us in a van, just coming back home to South Jersey. And there was probably about 20 people waiting outside for me, literally wanting to hit me with baseball bats, waiting outside for me for insulting their kids, for insulting their town, blah, blah, blah. Heel heat. Also, that night, we get to this, we get outside, still pouring rain, and the van that we were leaving in was shaking. And the guy who was driving, this guy, Dave Duncan, we're like, what the hell's going on with the van? And the van's moving, and we can't see why. Nobody's in it. The van's locked. So we go up on the side, like we walk around the van, try to see, and there is literally a black bear sitting on its ass on the side of the van, leaning against the van, eating basically a bag of McDonald's.
Oh, hell no. I would be shitting on myself.
We had to call back then, I don't think it's like that now. You had to have police at indie shows. And we go back in, we grab the police, we're like, hey, there's literally a bear leaning against the van. We can't get in the van. So the police were used to that up there. There's bears all over the place. They came out and basically shooed the bear away. But nonetheless, I had people waiting outside because I told them basically they'd rather see a wrestling show than save their kids and deflood their basements.
The fact that there was a bear?
It was a legit bear.
Oh,
like,
my
like a
God.
big one, too.
My
Like,
boy
that
was
thing
just
probably weighs
smashing
700
big
pounds.
Man, the bear was trying to put himself over.
Yeah, no, he was literally sitting on his ass in the parking lot with his back against the van, eating. There was McDonald's everywhere. I don't know where he got it. I don't know where it came from, but there was just French fries and burgers all over the place. and this bear's just sitting there with its back against the van. And I ran for my life.
He was big chilling.
Oh man, bear was just, that was a hood bear that you saw, a hood bear. Because first things first, McDonald's that late in the night. Okay, yeah, yep, that bear was hungry for something. Oh my goodness.
I'm guessing no one said bear with me.
The bare necessities. The bare necessities.
No.
Oh God.
Terrible.
Also, I love the fact of, because wrestling, I've been watching this since 1998 and still going strong, even though I'm in an abusive relationship with the WWE. I'm in an abusive relationship with the WWE, but I'm with a mistress called AEW. So just a little bit of jokey joke there. You already know how I am. But when it comes down to it, when it came down to like heel turns and face turns, is there a specific one that you think that was the best baby face turn and the best or the worst heel turns?
Jeez. Obviously the Austin and Bret Hart double switch at WrestleMania 13. It definitely goes down as one of them. No one's ever, that I can remember, ever pulled off the double turn like that. Also, and this is obviously, you guys probably weren't even born yet, but Paul Orndorff turning on Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Back in I think it was probably like 87. As a kid, that devastated. That was because I was like 11 years old. I was a young kid, and I still vividly remember him holding Hogan's arm up there, celebrating, and Orndorff just clotheslining the shit out of Hogan and giving him a pile driver, which at that time was a finish. The pile driver was a finish, and that was so Orndorff's turn, and the subtle. So the three best, I think, were the double turn at WrestleMania with Hart and Austin, obviously Orndorff's turn, and then Randy Savage's turn against Hogan before WrestleMania 5, which took a year to pull off. And if you go back and you watch the subtleties of how that turn happened, and that's probably the best angle ever played out on WWE, whatever you want to call it, TV, because there was always these little hints dropped throughout the year. If you watch it enough, you'll see these little hints that they were eventually leading to, and then eventually you had Savage turn on Hogan in whenever it was, February. That's actually the first time. There was 2 times I actually found out when I was a kid that wrestling wasn't on the up and up and that it was a work. And that was one of them, was Savage and Hogan, because I lived not far from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And WrestleMania 5 which I went to, was in Atlantic City. Mm-hmm. And we had gone to Trump Plaza. I had gone to Trump Plaza with my old man, maybe 5 months before WrestleMania that year. And there was already a poster in Trump Plaza for WrestleMania. And it had the Mega Powers Explode on it. And Hogan and Savage basically looking at each other, ready to fight. And they hadn't even broken up yet. The heel turn hadn't even happened yet. And I'm like, why would they be fighting each other if they're tag team? And that's one of the 2 times I found out, as a kid, that wrestling was a work. The other time was the Iron Sheik and Hacksaw Jim Duggan getting caught on the Parkway here together with cocaine and marijuana.
Damn. Damn. I did not know
after
about
a show in Convention Hall in Asbury Park.
Dub, you right there?
I did not know that. What?
I was literally at the show as a kid, I watched the two guys basically work each other in Convention Hall in Asbury Park. And the next day, the newspapers are out. My mother had the subscription to the Asbury Park Press. And they're on the front page. They got busted together riding on the parkway, tossing beer cans out the window. They got busted together with Coke and pot and beer and everything in the car together. And they had just worked each other that night. I was like a 10-year-old kid. I didn't know which way was up. Like, holy crap, you know.
Right.
That's how wrestling was a work.
Damn.
All right. So, was there like any superstar or wrestler that you actually try to model your work after? And like, oh, I like that his move, I'm gonna take that. Or I like his move, I'm gonna take that and use it.
So not necessarily. I loved D'Lo Brown in the '90s. The Sky High that D'Lo Brown used to do, kind of that sit out power bomb. So I try to do that as much as possible. But the problem is, a lot of guys can't take it. It's not a hard move to take. But if you watch some of the GTS stuff, or you watch some of the SWF stuff, or the Pro Wrestling After Dark, some of the stuff that I've done and try to pull off that move, it's a lot of guys can't take it. It's a very easy sit out power bomb. But it is what it is. But that move I've definitely stolen from D'Lo Brown, and I love that move. I love that as a finish.
Yeah, Sky High. I mean, all the elevation.
Yeah, no, there's some guys, man. There's some guys, and I have some great videos of when I first started out wrestling in the mid or late '90s. There was this one particular guy on the Jersey indie scene. This guy Johnny X, they called him. That motherfucker would jump so high. When I tell you, like, he would leave my hands and then come put. Normally, if you throw somebody up for the Sky High and they leave your hands, they're coming down way in front of you when you land on your ass. This guy would go all the way up. I'd lose track of him, but he would still come down right between my legs where he was supposed to. And that dude's a whole nother story, like a weird road story from the late '90s about him. He's actually married to a stripper from this terrible strip club we used to go to up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, when we used to work for this guy Tommy Rumsby up in Scranton area. The WWC they called it. That's a whole nother story.
Okay.
My boy live on the edge.
You good?
He live on the edge.
So, I remember this match. You were going up against Grimm for the title, and I'm like, has Grimm been doing this a long time? Because it looks like he's not green. I mean, he knows his stuff. So I was just like, how was it working with him in the ring?
I haven't worked Grimm. Yeah.
You know.
You mean Doo-Hop, probably, you mean?
What's it Doo-Hop? Because I remember were you in a cage?
Oh, with the Vlad kid, that Vlad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know much about Vlad, to be honest. He was there when I got there, and nice guy. But I don't know much about his background. I don't know how long he's been doing it. Honestly, the only guys I've known that are there, I know Big Vin, Vinny Poling, and Big Vin, who now is doing the GCW stuff. Great guy. I've known him since he was a kid, like literally since his old man used to 911 used to rent rings.
911.
Great kid. I've known him for a long time, and I've known Dave and Doo-Hop, but that's it. Outside of that, all the guys in GTS I really don't know that well. I don't know them that long, so I don't know how long they've been working, who they were trained by, so and so.
I got a question.
Yep.
What's been your favorite match type that you've done, And what's a match type that you haven't done that you want to do?
My favorite match I've done was a dog collar. No. So I did a million kendo stick matches. I love kendo sticks. I literally got 2 kendo sticks sitting in my car waiting for I have a show this weekend and next weekend. I think I'm gonna save them for next weekend. But my favorite match I did was a dog collar. But that was years ago. This was back in 2004 for NWA. It used to be NWA Coastal. It used to be in Jersey. And NWA Coastal, I worked this guy who's actually passed away, unfortunately. He got into a nasty car accident and passed away. But this, I can't remember his name for the life of me. I just remember he passed away in a car accident. But we beat the ever-loving piss out of each other. He was a skinny guy. Like, it was perfect because I was this bigger guy. He was a skinny guy. And he had the chance to get over on me because of the dog collar. He was able to kind of cheat and kind of, yank and pull with the dog collar, choke me out and stuff like that. And I know they just did a dog collar, right, on pay-per-view with
Punk and MJF.
Yeah.
We did this dog collar at this small like Elks Lodge in South Jersey, and it was actually a really good show. There was a lot. The place was sold out, standing room only. We beat the ever-loving piss out of each other for a good 15 minutes, and 15 minutes doesn't seem long, but in the ring, 15 minutes is a long time. Even if you're well conditioned, even if you know how to go, 15 minutes can be a long time, especially when you're doing more kind of snug, kind of really hit each other or stuff. Yeah. And but that was my favorite so far. I haven't done a ladder match. I don't think now at my age I could do a ladder match.
What about table?
Or table? I've done a million table stuff. One of my favorite spots is taking a table in the corner. You put the table up and kind of lay it in the corner. You take a spear through the table. I love taking that bump. I did one. I was a trifecta champion for Pro Wrestling After Dark, SWF, and whatever the other company's name is. I did a 4 corners tables match, and I wound up losing the match on some bullshit. But I took that bump 3 times during that match because I actually really because it looks devastating, but when that table's set up in the corner, kind of slanted, it's like an air pillow, as silly as it sounds.
Now that you mentioned that, I just thought of a couple of people that's taking that bump. It's like they just slumped. They're like, yeah, I'm just chilling.
The table breaks your momentum. It really does. As silly as it sounds, it breaks your momentum. I would rather take a bump through the table, let's say a power bomb. I'd rather take a bump through a table with a power bomb than I would just a straight power bomb. Because it really does break your momentum, and the table doesn't hurt. It breaks away, especially if you're heavier than 250 pounds. Yeah. That table will just basically disintegrate underneath you.
I dig
that. Yeah. So, if you had the opportunity to go to WWE, would you? Or would you stick in the indies?
So, I did one dark match for the WWE back in 2006.
Okay.
In Atlantic City.
Ooh.
And I was told I wasn't big enough. And I'm 6'2", I'm 270 pounds. But at that time, guys were bigger. Obviously now it would be different. But again, I'll be 46 this year. So I'm a little too old for that. And I wouldn't. What held me back when I was younger was the fact that I was a single dad. My son's 25 years old now, but I was a single dad. I was taking care of my kid. So I couldn't travel like that. I would do the indies, and that was not a problem. I brought my kid to most of them. Now I would do it if I thought my body would keep up. I don't think my body could keep up at this point with that schedule. So it is what it is.
They said you weren't big enough? Like, what?
Yeah.
sounds so weird.
I had the size, I wasn't tall enough. Mostly, yeah. So it is what it is. I'm 6'2". It's not like I'm short. I was bigger than, I'm bigger than Jericho and all those guys. They're much more talented. But, I'm taller than a lot of the guys now. But it was just at that point, they were, it was in the middle of the Hogan-Michaels.
Oh, God.
SummerSlam. Yeah. So
that match.
it was literally the week before SummerSlam that year. Or the week after. I can't remember. I think it was the week after. No, sorry. It was a couple weeks before SummerSlam that year, before the Hogan Michaels thing that I did the dark match. They're just like, it's not tall enough. So it is what it is.
Is your son wrestling?
What's that?
Is your son wrestling?
No. My son wants nothing to do with it. He
said, "Dog, I've seen you. I'm cool."
Yeah, he actually just joined the police academy, so he's gonna become a cop.
That's good.
Okay, that's cool. That's
all right. Cool.
But I got him in the ring a couple of times at indie shows, and I gave him a bump, and he was like, "Fuck this bullshit." He just rolled out of the ring. It was like, "Nah, I'm good."
I'm cool.
And it does take a lot out of you. Your first bump, your first, hitting the ropes for the first time. Yeah. It's a wild experience to have to take that first, especially me as his dad. I wasn't having him like normally you would hold the ropes and kind of just let yourself go and take a bump your first time. I basically just scooped him up and slammed him on the mat for his first bump. So he wasn't having any of it.
Oh, do you remember who you wrestled during that dark match? Or
it was Balls Mahoney, Johnny Record.
Balls Mahoney, that was my
Balls. Yeah, buddy. I knew John from the time from the time he was in high school. I knew John and Chris Candido. They all went to high school in Manasquan which was my rival high school. So, and he had dated a girl I knew when we were teenagers. So I'd known John for a long time when he did the Bubba Singh thing and all that. And so he actually brought me down. He was the guy who got me the dark match.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that guy in years.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, he passed away a while ago now. Yeah, so.
All right.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. I used to watch him in ECW. My God.
Yeah, no, he was a maniac.
I love Balls. I love Balls Mahoney. I was watching some old school ECW pay-per-views. I think my favorite match from him is when he took on Masato Tanaka. That's probably one of my favorite matches from Balls Mahoney.
Tanaka was a maniac. That dude was, him and Mike Awesome had some of the best matches I had ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Some of those brutal matches outside of Japan. Some of those brutal matches I had ever seen in my life. And still to this day, I will still rewatch some of those matches once in a while that Tanaka and Mike Awesome had.
Like I think one of my favorites between it's ECW November to Remember '99. And then the other being their final encounter before Mike passed away, ECW One Night Stand. They had this spot where I think it was Mike Awesome. He was on the ground, and they had a steel chair on top of Mike's face. And here comes Tanaka with another steel chair, hits that chair, and I'm like, okay, Mike is done. Brain damage. All right, cool. This is it. He goes up to the top rope. Still, chair in hand, mind you, Mike Awesome still has this chair on top of him. Dude's already knocked out. And then just goes, that little Mick Foley type of dive. And then 1, 2, and then Mike Awesome kicked out. I was like, yeah, Mike Awesome was a god that night. He went God mode.
That dude, and the dude was enormous, too. And that's another thing, if you see guys on TV and stuff like that, you don't realize how big these friggin' guys are. In real life, like Mike Awesome, Like I remember seeing Sid for the first time, like at a show, even as old as he is. I mean, this is, probably 15, 20 years ago at this point. The dude was the biggest dude I've ever seen in person in my life. I've never, the guy was a walking wall. And people don't realize, you see everybody on TV kind of this size, they're big. But if you see them in person, it's like, holy shit. And I think that's another thing that's kind of lost now. Like a lot of the guys aren't this kind of bigger than life. McMahon apparently used to say that he wanted guys that they could walk through the airport and people would turn around and be like, who the hell is that? That dude's enormous, or that dude looks like something. And now a lot of the guys on the indies, unfortunately, it's not there. Everybody looks like the guy who just mowed your lawn, basically. But everybody can work. A lot of the guys can work, but there's not this kind of awe factor. And that's why guys like Braun Strowman and these just monstrous guys kind of stand out and get over as quick as they do because they are larger than life and people are amazed by them, no matter what their work rate is. So I think that's kind of lost now.
Yeah, that is true. Remember when you go, Mitch. You go.
So I remember I met John Cena, I met Stone Cold, I met Mark Henry and all these guys, and I met Vince McMahon. These guys were all like freaking huge and
enormous people. Yeah.
Yeah. I was tying my shoe and I look behind me, I see a shadow. It was Mark Henry. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back away now. I was like, he got
he left. Here you go. He's back. He's back.
You're good. So I was meeting Mark Henry, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting away." Like some of these women I met too, they were like, I met Candice McCool, I met Victoria, all these women. And I'm like, some of them had like these black and blue marks that were like big black and blue marks, and I'm like, dang, they really get hurt during these matches. And again, I was like 12 when I saw them. So.
Like I met Victoria, and I got an autograph from Victoria, and oh my god, that woman is the most sweetest woman I think I've ever met. I've seen Kevin Nash. Oh my god, Nash, dude's like freaking enormous. I'm like, yeah, that's
exactly
the first thing I said. I wanted to call him Diesel, but I was so scared. I was like, what's up, Shredder? So the first thing I said was Shredder, because he plays Shredder in Ninja Turtles 2. I'm like, the last violet ooze. He must have drank all of it. Like, I'm like, the fact that, like, I just wanted to see his face. I'm like, it's Kevin Nash, it's Shredder. Come on, it's Kevin Nash as Shredder, not even just Shredder, Super Shredder at that. Dude's big.
Vinny Vegas or Oz, you should call him, right?
Good grief. Like, that dude was freaking enormous. Who else? Sheamus is freaking enormous.
Yeah. And these guys are huge, but again, relatively they look small, not small, but when they're compared to guys their size, they look the same. But you get huge guys like Kevin Nash, or you get a Braun Strowman, or you get, Sid. These guys that are enormous, like superhuman beings. It doesn't matter if they're face or heel, they get over just because they don't look like the normal human being. And I think it's kind of lost now again.
Yeah, it's just that the wrestling business is taking a whole, like, this is a whole 360.
Would you put Omos in that category?
Who? Omos. The big guy from Raw.
I'm not.
But I don't think. You remember, he doesn't follow really the current.
No. I was just throwing it out there.
Yeah, Omos is like this big. Okay, let me say this.
Because
big,
he's huge too.
He's huge.
He's like 7'3".
Oh no, that's the dude who beat up who squashed the what's his face, the vegan kid that's on GTS now. On his So there's the kid who's on who did the GTS the GTS Rumble. He does the vegan thing with the green tights and everything like that. But he did like he squashed that kid. That's the only reason I know who the guy is.
Bro,
but he squashed the kid who's on GTS now.
I'm trying to. Oh, I forget his name. I know what you're talking about.
It's like a monster among men, and then
Oh, can you imagine if you meet the Big Show or something? Like, god dang.
now if I meet the Big Show, I might have to freak out because that's one big behemoth. That's a big man. It's a big man. I mean, for God's sakes, the giant.
Yeah.
And oh my God, like who else? The Undertaker. I ain't gonna lie, just like Dub said, I'd probably be scared as crazy too, because like it's the Undertaker. I mean, just that entrance alone is enough to scare. It's enough to scare people. Even in video games, he kind of scared me a little bit. Like a Warzone, like there's a cutscene where like if you take on Undertaker, he wants a grudge match. And he's like speaking Bible terms like there will be hell to pay if you step into the ring with a dead man. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is scary. This is too scary for me.
Yeah. I mean, I had the pleasure to meet Joel Embiid, the Philadelphia 76ers center, and he's 7'3", and I'm like 5'5". So I look.
By the way, really quick, fuck Philly sports. By the way, let's go.
What's your team then?
What's that?
What's your team then?
I'm a huge Mets fan.
He's a Mets.
Okay.
They only know what's best for the Mets.
No, I'm not a basketball guy. I was never a basketball guy. My son played basketball. My stepson went to school on a scholarship for basketball, but I was never a basketball guy. But I'm a Mets guy through and through. So, fuck Philly, by the way.
So I was looking him up, right? He's 7'3", and as soon as he left, my neck was stuck. Like I couldn't move for like a good minute. Like that hurt. Yeah, Ghoulie, is there anything else you would like to say before?
Before we reveal who we're gonna bring on next week. My final question here is, let me say this, because you followed your dream as a professional wrestler. Now, I'm gonna not just be cliche, but if you could take it all back, would you do it all over again?
I would. You know what? Honestly, I would do it differently with what it's that old thing. What I know now, I would know. I would do things differently. But yeah, no, I would do it all again. Absolutely, dude. I have so many great stories from when I was traveling around when I was younger in my 20s, doing the indie shots between New Jersey, PA, Virginia. So many great stories, so many great friends who I'm still friends with to this day. I would definitely do it again. It's definitely part of my life. Like if you could see my wall behind me here, I have all the old posters from when I was a kid, not a kid, but when I first started wrestling, all the old school posters with my names on them, with my name on it across my wall, right behind me, from 2000, when you guys were babies, basically. I would definitely do it again. By absolutely, by all means, I would do it again. Just a little differently.
Well, I do appreciate.
I'm actually living in South Jersey, like I've been here since '99. So,
what were you, 4 years old in '99?
I was 5.
Yeah, I was 5.
You're my kid.
Dove got us beat. He was 7. He was 7.
Yeah.
That's why
I gotta be 7.
All right. So I actually think Vince Sherry might actually know who we're gonna have on next week.
Oh boy.
So next week we're gonna have former WWE superstar James Ellsworth on.
So I haven't met James Ellsworth. I know he works a lot with Grimm, but we've never crossed paths. I think we crossed paths maybe twice, but not really talked. But yeah, no, I know he works a lot with Grimm. Yeah.
It's like that
That
scary
guy
clown thing.
made a
Yeah.
living doing his thing, which is awesome. You know, he was on the big stage, so more power to him.
Yeah. So I just want to say thank you for coming on. I mean, you're a real chill guy, and it was just great just talking wrestling with you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate being on.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you for coming through.
We appreciate you coming through. We really,
Absolutely.
really do. Tell Grimm that eat it. Yeah.
Oh, for freak's sake.
Hey, if we can get Grimm on the show.
Oh God, we get Grimm on the show.
Well,
Oh.
you put me and Grimm on the show to debate each other about how he's a fat ass and how I'm gonna
I would do that.
everything in that place.
Definitely.
And we'll have a good time with it.
If y'all have any theme songs, holla at your boy.
Yes, Dub is our music, and he does the theme here, our closing theme here. But yeah, you heard it here. Mitch is not fibbing. Who is the next guest? James Ellsworth will be here next week. Can't wait to see that. I mean, can't wait for that. Can't wait to, ask him a whole lot of questions and a whole lot of moments. His travels, because I want to ask him one thing, and no, it has nothing to do with WWE. I just want to ask him, how was it like working in Combat Zone Wrestling for the first, because
I forgot about that.
because he was in Combat Zone and they actually have it on YouTube. So I just want to ask him like this: how did it feel? Was that it was early James Ellsworth too, and you can tell by the way how he looked. He was very, very green, and I'm like, okay, he's getting his big shot at ZZW, and go from there. So yeah, other than that, can't wait for that.
Good show.
Yeah, it was fun. So if you want to close it out, Goolie, it's up to you.
With that being said, we love each and every one of you guys. This concludes another episode of the Ruthless Attitude Podcast. As always, I'm your host with the most, MalcGoolie, with my co-host Mitch and my partner Dub. And we will see you in our special guest, Siri. I'm happy that we were able to get you on here. I really love the fact that we have an actual wrestler, that can tell us, the tricks and the trades. How is it like to be a wrestler, outside, as us as fans, gets to see what it's like. But other than that, we love each and every one of you. We'll see you all again next Friday. Until then, God bless you all. I love each and every one of you. We love each and every one of you. Stay safe out there because this world is crazy as sin.
I'm
So
going to go
please.
do my homework on GTS.
Take care, guys.
Peace,
All right.
guys.
Bye, guys.
We out.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm a ball, bitch, I'm a ball. Don't get no ball, don't get no ball. What's in my cup? What's in my cup? All of that punch, nigga, that punch. Bitch, I'm a ball, ballin' like Kobe. Ho, keep it moving, cause you do not know me. Bitch, I'm a ball, ballin' like Kobe. Ho, keep it moving, cause you do not know me. Bitch, I'm a ball, can't talk in Milwaukee. Tell my dog sick of me, ain't do no barking. Pass me some greens, you know I'ma spark it. Mama got ass, told her to arch it. Pull up at the spot, hop out and don't park it. Bino say, always keep one in the cartridge. With Joey up pepper, so we going toxic. Came from the swamp to visit the tropics. Check out the scenery. Tell her mama to the backwoods right by the lake.